I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dolls that I grew beside.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tabisa, and if you're a returning subby, welcome back honey. So today I decided to make a video that is specifically dedicated to the grade 11s and 12s, or just anyone who's just interested in applying. So the first thing that I would like to say is you should acknowledge how important your grade 11 marks are. Like, grade 11 is as important as matric. Trust me, don't say I'll start being serious in matric. You'll regret it, because basically what happens is your grade 11 marks are the marks that are going to help you, let's say, secure a space in university. Not exactly secure, but with those marks you can get a conditional acceptance, and then it'll be easier for you to get accepted in January after your matric marks have come out. Okay, every university has its own prospectus, so it is advisable for you to go check what are the requirements for each and every varsity. So you can just basically go to Google and say, let me make an example with UP. You can just say UP prospectus 2023 or 2024, and then you'll get your prospectus there. And if you're interested in a specific course, you can just check the requirements, then the minimum requirements. And mind you, don't work towards getting those minimum requirements. Always work towards getting the highest mark as possible, because when they accept people, they start with the people who got the highest mark. So it's important for you to work extra hard from grade 11 and make sure you get those marks so that they can secure a space for you, especially if you're applying to one of those high demand courses. When the competition is high, the possibilities of you getting in with the minimum requirements are very less. So it's very important for you to work extra hard. Okay, so let me move on. I've covered the prospectus and I've covered the importance of your grade 11 marks. Please don't take grade 11 for granted, guys. There's a reason why it's called pre-matric. It's very important. Okay, so let's move on to your applications. Now that you're going to apply, now that you're in matric and you're going to apply for 2024, when you apply, firstly, what you're going to need, the documents that you're going to need when applying is your certified ID, your certified grade 11 results, and if you've completed matric, you should submit your certified matric results, your matric certificate, and also your proof of payment for varsities that require it, because most of the time you pay online and you don't really send the proof of payment. And some varsities need your medical certificate. For other courses, it depends on the course that you're applying. You're going to also need your NBT. It depends on which course you're applying, but NBTs are mostly for health related courses. And also, what else do you need? You need, oh yeah, I believe that's all you need for, that's all the documents you need for applying. So now, when applying, most varsities, let me not say all, but most varsities need you to enter your grade 11 marks first when you apply online. You enter your marks, and then afterwards they eliminate all the courses that you don't qualify for, and they leave those that you qualify for. Maybe let's say you didn't meet the minimum requirements for the course that you want, it won't appear there as your option. So basically you won't be able to apply for the course that you want for most varsities. I repeat, for most, not all. So for those that allow you, they will allow you to apply, but then you might be put on the waiting list, or you might get a rejection email. Trust me, guys, applying is very frustrating, especially if you're applying for yourself and it's your first time doing it. It can be really draining. Trust me, it can be really draining, but it's important for you to just do it so that you can thank yourself in the beginning of the year. So and I can't stress how important this is. It is very important for you to pay your application fee, because if you don't pay your application fee, your application won't be processed. So basically it will be equivalent to not applying. So it is very, very important to pay your application fee. Very important. And if the university requires you to have, to send your proof of payment, you can do that. If it doesn't, you have options to pay online. But then if you don't have money to pay your application fee, you can just go to the nearest police station. That's if your parents are not working. You can go to your nearest police station and get an affidavit. Okay, so basically what they do is, basically your parent is signing an affidavit to confirm that they're not working. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, you need an affidavit. Or let me just say proof of unemployment. That's the affidavit there at the police station. And then you submit that affidavit along with your application to confirm that your parent is not working and you cannot afford to pay the application fee. Then they will consider your application. But then if you can't do that, if you can't prove that your parent is not working, unfortunately your application might not go through. And what else am I missing? Okay, please, guys, I don't know how I should say this, but please apply to as many varsities as you can. I don't know if there are about 12 or 11 varsities in South Africa now, but when you apply, let me just make an example. If you're applying for medicine, please apply to all the varsities that offer medicine, please, because competition is very high and you don't wanna forfeit your space. Please, when you apply, have a second option. If you're applying for law, put another course as your second option. There's a bad thing, because a lot of health related courses cannot be put as second options. But then if a university allows you to put it as a second option, then go for it. Yo guys, please apply for funding. It is very, very important for you to apply for funding. And if you want to apply for funding, you can go to ZA Bursaries. I will insert a link in the description below. Please do check it out. ZA Bursaries, that's where you're gonna find all the bursaries that are still open, bursaries that fund health, bursaries that fund law students, bursaries that fund education students. Like, there are many bursaries there. All the bursaries that are available in South Africa, you'll find them there. Most people like to say if you get good marks, bursaries will follow you. Guys, please, okay, I'm not saying they won't. What I'm saying is bursaries won't follow you unless you apply for them. You might get lucky to get one of those bursaries where they come to your school. The sponsors come to your school when you're in matric and they offer you bursaries. They offer the top 10 students bursaries, and you're part of the top 10, you get the bursary. That's good for you. That's amazing even. But then if you don't get that, please apply for bursaries. You don't want to stay home because you don't have funding. What happens is, if you don't apply for funding, guys, you're going to be financially excluded from an institution if you can't pay those fees. If you know that your parents can't afford to pay those fees, please apply for that bursary. And when you apply, there's an option to apply for residence. Please don't skip that option. Apply for residence. You don't want to be walking around in town looking for a raise with suitcases there. Please apply for residence. Like, universities offer on-campus residences, and other varsities have off-campus residence that are accredited by the institution. So yeah, apply for residence, and then they will place you in residence once you get accepted. And please check the opening and closing dates for each and every varsity. Every varsity has a different opening and closing date. Please apply as early as possible, because if not all, but most varsities close around the 30th of September. But then yet again, it depends on the faculty that you're applying to. For the Faculty of Health, the applications close around June or July there, and that's very early. So please apply. Don't wait for the last minute to apply, and make sure you have an active email address, because most varsities are gonna communicate with you via your email. So make sure you have an active email address that you can access at any time. Now, the documents needed for bursaries, you also need your certified ID, your parents' payslip, And you also need your matric or your grade 11 results. It depends. Okay, basically they say your highest qualification. So if you're in matric, obviously your highest qualification is grade 11. Apply with that. For most bursaries, they need a motivation letter. Yo guys, your motivation letters are, I don't know how to put it, because basically the first thing that will come to your mind will be, I'm a very hardworking student. Ciao, everyone says that. So basically you have to say something that that's different about you. Like, honestly, I don't know, I can say, but for motivation letters you need to be very good with words, because it's going down. And you also need your proof of acceptance from your institution. So this one can be very, very tricky, because I was also confused when I was applying for bursaries, because I was like, proof of acceptance, how if I just applied and the proof of acceptance I'm gonna get it in January, like what's going on? Like, that is very frustrating. But if you don't have it, you don't. Just apply for the bursary. Don't stop applying for a bursary because you don't have your proof of acceptance. And also they also need your proof of residence. Your proof of residence, you can easily get it from your municipal offices. You can go there with your ID, and then afterwards you can say, I'm looking for my proof of residence. And if you're living at a very, very rural area, you can go, I believe there are places like Baring, Kokoshing, I don't know what you guys call it. It's like a chief or something. Kokoshing, I don't know how to put it. Yeah, but you can get it there. But then most people use their utility slips, like your water bill. Yeah, their bills, like your water bill, whatever, anything that has your address on it. But since you're not working, you can't use that. I'll be reiki. Just use that one from the municipal offices or from the chief's place if you have a chief, and yeah, you'll be fine. And please guys, please, if you're in matric or in grade 11, please work extra hard. Put in as much effort as you can towards getting good marks, getting the best marks that you can. What's important is to do your best. Please do your best, and you'll thank yourself in January when you get your results and when you get accepted into the course that you want. I believe I've covered everything. Yes, and that was it for me, guys. And please, if you're watching this video and you're not doing matric or grade 11, or you're not applying to any undergraduate course, please share it to a person who you think it might be helpful to, because most people don't really know what to do. It's very frustrating, because personally I was also helped by watching YouTube videos from people who were in varsity when I was in matric. It was very helpful. So please, if you know anyone that can help, please do share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, see you next time, guys.